Welcome back to Better Living. I'm here with Jeremy Baumhower from iHeartGlassCity. That is his blog, website.
Hate that word. What an
blog,
ugly blog.
Who came up with that?
Podcast and blog are my two least favorite words in media.
Podcast.
I'm going to go check out somebody's podcast.
Yes, that is an awkward word, isn't it?
It is. But my website, iHeartGlassCity, where we talk about everything related to the Northwest Ohio and everything else. Today is a big day for the city.
It is.
City Council today is going to vote on a measure whether or not to approve ProMedica's plan to move to downtown Toledo. And the crux of the situation and where all the controversy is the protection of Promenade Park. Now, I know you're new to this area, so Promenade Park long time ago, mid-'80s, like anytime during the summer, 38 Special would just pop up for a concert and they'd put it on there. Oh. We'd call it Party in the Park, and you'd see guys, and they still dress this way when they work at the Jeep. They wear the tank tops, they have their mullets, they come with their tall boys, and they have a great time. This continued and continued for a good run, and it went away. A couple of years later, we tried it again, and it went away. Since that moment, this really neglected piece of grass is only used a couple of times a year, is pretty much the cornerstone of the debate about whether or not ProMedica should move here, at least downtown Toledo. So ProMedica's plan is they're going to build a 6-car parking structure above ground, 1 car below, and it's only going to take up 14% of this grass, this Promenade Park. And there is a small faction of people that are now against it and now they're okay with ProMedica moving down and building on the steam plant, which is right there on the river. But there's this new debate. And Councilperson Jack Ford, who's a former mayor, said he wants to throw some things there. And I think for whatever reason, anytime our city gets some momentum, we are really good at punching ourselves in the face and slowing it down. Today, City Council is going to take a vote, and I am fully expecting them to pass it. They need to pass it. We need to stop arguing with ourselves. This move downtown, yes, it's with a crazily growing company that's very scary, but it's nonprofit. So all their monies, if we can get them to spend here in Toledo, will help our city. 14% of a very neglected park is negotiable. Plus, not to mention, to build more parks, to take care of our parks, we have to increase our tax base. That's what ProMedica is going to do. 700 new jobs straight away with as many as 2,500. It's very important that we get this done for Toledo.
I would think that if ProMedica is right there next to it, that there's certainly the possibility that they may then help out. It may not be as neglected then. They may put some money into Promenade Park.
Well, there's a redesign to it. I mean, they're going to make it a pathway. They're going to, if you go to I write for the Toledo Free Press. You can go to the Toledo Free Press's website. You can see some pictures, probably on NBC 24. You'll be able to see some pictures of the structure. The key is that we are infighting again. We are shooting ourselves in our foot for no reason. This is a really neglected park. There's really nothing other than it's grass downtown. We're calling it a park. Where those homeless people tend to use it for bathrooms. Like it's not the best of areas. If you go down there, and the river's kind of not healthy right now. We need a change down there. Not to mention, I think it's 50 or 60, maybe $70 million in construction costs.
Right.
That's jobs. We need those jobs. We need that here. So for my city council friends who are going to vote, you have to vote it through. Toledo needs it, and we need to stop arguing with ourselves. I know that Mike Ferner, these names are new to you. I'm a pretty liberal person. Mike Ferner makes me look as right-winged as humanly possible, and he would try to save every blade of grass the city would offer. This is one of the times where he's wrong. And he's wrong because there's nothing happening now, and there's really no park now. It's just some big green lot that used to be something. Like most of Toledo, it used to be something. So I think specifically, as scary as ProMedica can be, it is a scary company because it's so big and so encompassing. They need to be downtown. We need to invest in them. They're going to invest in the city of Toledo. We need to give them the structure and let it do something pretty. 700 people need to eat lunch every day.
Right. Brings a ton of people downtown.
And that's on the low end. And there's talks of 2,500, and I know former Mayor Jack Ford wants guarantees of 80%, but if it's 700, it makes a difference downtown. It's a game changer for us. And we need more of these. It continues that momentum. And every time we have this infighting, if you're a business developer and you're looking to move here and you're reading this, it shouldn't be this hard to do business with an empty field, with empty, burnt down steam plants. You know, the best part for us is that because ProMedica is such a huge sponsor of print media, we don't have a paper that's trying to save the steam plant. We're allowing it to go. So let's get it done. Let's make a positive change. And I think that ProMedica's, they have my endorsement.
Well, we definitely need to make it easy for people to do business in Toledo and make them want to come here and make them want to stay here. You talk a lot about entrepreneurs, younger people who have these great new creative ideas, and we need to make it easy for them to stay here in Northwest Ohio.
We have all these great buildings downtown, but do you know that all those great buildings are empty?
Right.
There's nobody in them. We got to start filling them up or knocking them down and build up new ones. I meant the Fifth Third building, which I think is now whatever it was, normally the OC building, whatever. I think there's 50 people in the whole building. The centerpiece of our entire city has 50 people working in it. That's a scary notion. That's very, very scary. So ProMedica coming downtown is a great thing. Let's welcome them with the open arms. Let's vote. Let's get it through. Let them break ground. Let's get things moving and figure out the next piece. Right across the street, there's a bunch of big buildings that need to be redeveloped.
Vital downtown is a vital city, that's for sure. Well, if you want to hear more about what Jeremy thinks about our area and how he's promoting it, iHeartGlassCity.com. We'll be right back on Better Living.